Hello and welcome to This is the Police, a game about police. And if the very strange video that came in just as you loaded up about 10 seconds, or it was about a minute video, mainly about lap dancing and prostitutes, I don't think it is. That's just what this guy was going on about, how something to do with he likes to go to a strip club and young people like to use prostitutes in this police force, which is okay. He's 6 years old. Yeah, perfectly normal. We're just going to go straight into it. Straight into options. I don't think I need to worry about too much about that. Everything is on. I don't know what aberration is, but it's on. We've got to keep our aberration on. Subtitles. Do we have others? Subtitles? Language English, that's always nice. Gamepad, well, I'm using a mouse because I've got a broken wrist. Cursor custom. Did I miss subtitles anywhere? Are they always going to be on? Were they on? Did I watch them a second ago? I can't remember. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's just have a new game. This is all about being a policeman, I believe. This is day 1, July 15th. It's a Monday. City Hall has confirmed rumours of Jack Boyd's resignation. I believe that's me. I'm important enough to have rumours about my resignation going around. That's quite impressive. You have to be pretty important for people to have rumours about whether you're going to quit or not. I think that's good. That's a nice sign. Mayor Rogers is a sex maniac, which is, well, he probably goes to the strip club quite a lot that Jack Boyd was in earlier. And Mark War 2 to be shown in Freeburg the day before the world premiere by the mayor's personal request. The mayor likes Mark War 2. I presume that's not Mark War, the Australian cricketer, the ex-Australian cricketer, brother of Steve War, who was infinitely better. Must really annoy you when your brother is so good at the sport you're quite good at as well. No, that's probably some sort of... Anyway, that's the news in Freeburg. Freeburg. That's a free bird. From 1887. Let's go to work. Car isn't starting road. That's a bit dirty. It's lost a bit of paint. Third chance. It's the first time I played this. Haven't played any of this. I've just kind of jumped straight in. I've seen the intro from other people playing it, so I kind of know the deal.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher.
So he's got a press conference about, obviously, the resignation that he's apparently done. Surely resignation is something you do?
This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them.
I'm not sure predictability is a vice necessarily. Predictability is generally quite good, isn't it? You tend to consider that as a negative
aspect. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Okay, so he doesn't really want to talk to the press. Well, why would you? Press are evil. Oh, this is me. Nice little array of press here. This one's obviously bored, or trying to work out when we're going to start, because you're looking at his watch there. We have cameras flashing. We'll just say good morning. Hello. Yesterday, the Mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? Is this the announcement or the resignation? Because surely, again, if you resign, you know. That's kind of the point. Is it not? What's the difference? Well, there's a big difference. What does it matter whether it came as a surprise? My business is my own. Okay. Do you already know the name of your successor? No, I don't. Of course not. I don't think the Mayor's office knows who it is either. They haven't made the decision yet. They only just announced my resignation, which apparently I haven't done. I'm still thinking this is more like being fired. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy Francis Kendrick said he was looking forward to resigning. If the Mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? Perhaps. I'm keeping my cards close to my chest here. Sounds possible. He thinks the new office would help him serve the city a little longer. Cards close to chest. That's good. The press are evil. Kendrick was apparently acquitted. May still believe the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? I don't really know. I've never worked with the mafia, but I can't speak for every man and woman in the department. I can't follow all my employees around the clock. So that's a bit of a weasel way out of that. If you're top dog on something, then you do take responsibility for what your underlings do. So, do you think your personal relationship with the Mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? See, now it's retirement, not resignation. Straight away, the story is not straight. I'm not trusting this. Possibly. It's often difficult to say what guides policies is. Ooh, that's harsh. That's a backhanded way of saying that the Mayor's an idiot who can't run a city in any way. Freeburg is not being run very well. Thank you. Really? Thank you. That was it. Wasn't the greatest.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
That's
How'd
fine.
the press conference go?
Oh,
you
fantastic.
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially
especially
Kendrick.
him. Do I not like Mr. Kendrick at the moment? Well, he was acquitted, but he's probably mafia. It's my office. It's quite sparsely decorated. Green walls. Very tidy desk. Obviously got some pills from a back. Okay, it's taking a long time to... Oh, smoking in the office? That's... Oh, I'm not sure I'm happy about that. What era is this set in? This can't be modern, because there'd be no
soon
smoking.
As I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I
Is it
tell
Mr.
Emma
Kendrick?
not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell.
Sex addict.
White summer shoes,
Oh, dear.
white socks, white
no.
shorts, white polo shirt,
That's bad.
and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead.
And he's clearly dressed
That's
for
about
it.
the only difference.
Jack.
Oh, I don't like
hoping
him.
to
Oh, no, I
catch
don't
you
like him.
After the press conference, you ran away so quick.
Well, so I didn't have to catch you. Obviously. Surely that's a bit...
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings.
Fantastic.
Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Just go
Soon
outside.
enough, I won't be here at all.
Oh, yeah. That was
That's
annoying
what
me,
I
that
wanted
picture
to
being
talk to
not
you
straight.
about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people.
I'm very likeable.
Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension. One that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime
That's
soon.
poor financial planning. You should always plan for your pension. You never know. You want as much as you can get. Circumstances might change.
180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me.
Well, I kind of do have a problem. It's mainly your voice.
I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him.
What sort of name's that?
Try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll do my best.
Okay. Goodbye, tennis man.
And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
Well, okay. There's clearly nothing written on that card, and he's having sex. That's...
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number.
Well, no, I have it as well. Sorry to interrupt
Mr.
your
Mayor?
busyness.
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
No, he's too busy doing somebody else at the moment. Well, that's going to endear him to me. We've just got a checkpoint. It's a new day. We're having our cup of tea with our glasses. Was he wearing glasses? Must be reading glasses. Kendrick could replace Boyd. Interesting. Jack Boyd, Mayor Rogers is a professional. Not sure. I maybe said that. Head of Culture Department owns Villa in Italy. That's absolutely fine. You have to kind of sample culture and to be able to be head of culture. And what's more cultural than Italy? So I'm fine with that. It is the second edition of these papers. It is Tuesday, July the 16th. The Fact is Freeburg's #1 paper. Good to know. Let's go to work. 3 times? Every time. 3rd time works every time.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some
It's a
kind
bit
of stigma
grim.
against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners.
Oh yeah, don't want to be sociable.
Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts.
The police station's haunted. There's a ghost. Should we talk to him? Do we
My
get to talk to him?
deputy, Francis Kendrick.
Fran.
He recently became
Franny.
one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already
He looks
finished.
a bit like Stan Lee in the right-hand picture there. Oh, what have you got yourself into, Stan? Right. Tutorial, would like to receive tips for how the game works. Yes, please. I don't know everything, and Freeburg PD organises upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress, and detectives continue their investigation. You can free move employees between shifts. Okay. All the officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. Okay. This person is 1,230 stars. He has 3 pips. And I presume he's drunk. Looks a bit tired. He doesn't look very well. I'm worried about that guy's health. Professionalism shows the overall efficiency level of your policeman. A figure around 150 is average. Policeman who falls short is not entirely reliable. Professionalism could be higher than average, safe bet even in a pinch. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. This person's very good because he's 1230. In fact, that's very good. Energy shows how tired policemen are. The less energy your people have, the less reliable their work. And a policeman who's exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel or make critical error of judgment. That's critical error on the job. That's not good. Your employees lose 1 point of energy each working day and restore 1 point after each day of rest. Okay, your employees don't tell you everything. Of course they don't. Some additional characteristics, and nor should they. There is a right to privacy. That is, important. Characters hidden away from view. For instance, some cops are lazy, while others will come up with any reason they can think of to take the day off. Who wouldn't? Well, others like to drink too much. This person, I'm guessing Abrams, like to drink a lot. You can only guess about these things, but you should be able to draw your own conclusions based on the behaviour of your employees. Okay, thank you very much. So, we have on our first shift, shift B. Oh, this is interesting. Having seen somebody start a Let's Play of this, you get the same people every time. So you've got Kochi, Yancey, Purdy, Tsubaki, Asano, Austin, and Price, who is a little old lady who is not very professional at all. Actually, she's pretty rubbish. Mole, DeBrito, and Armstrong they're my detectives for Shift B. Interesting, we're starting with Shift B. It's Tuesday, so I guess Shift A started on the Monday. Let's start the day. So this is the city. There is a large tower in the middle. Oh no, that's probably the best to get rid of that tower. On the police station, I believe. Responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work. You'll need to send your officers to the crime scene. Before the time expires, a mark on the map shows where the call came from. Further away the destination from the police station, the longer it will take your officers to travel back and forth. Of course, well, that makes perfect sense. The longer your people are tied up, unavailable for upcoming work. Indeed. We have hit and run at the everyday mall. The easiest way to determine how difficult a task might be is to check how many units you're allowed to send on the call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly risky missions, you can option setting SWAT. They must be accompanied by at least one officer. So I'm guessing the number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Any available information for the location of the crime, its presence of weapons and so on. Always can tell how serious each case should be taken. A mission might look simple at first glance, but it turns into a brutal meat grinder. Serious call kind turns out to be false alarm. Okay, so you've got hit and run in the everyday mall, which looks lovely, very, very American, very modern. Actually, it looks a bit like an IKEA if it was a different colour. A married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man. That's a bit rude. Who'd been digging through a trash can. The driver jumped out to help. Once he saw he hit a bum, he got back in the van and quickly drove away. That's very rude. That's quite bad. Who do you want to send here? It's just two. We can't send SWAT, but I mean it's hit and run. I reckon we go with Yancey and send Price. So we send a good one and a bad one. Hopefully that balances out, and we catch the van driver. Anything else? No messages. Off they go, tootling along the streets. Oh, straight to the same place. Can you send them on the way? Because they're both quite close. A theatre manager reports that during a showing of Citizen Kane... Why are you showing... What year is this for showing Citizen Kane? A drunk man attempted to force his way into the theatre carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. I've not seen Citizen Kane. Is Rosebud to do with that? When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theatre's security guard. Again, it wants us to send two. This is violent. So, Kochi and Austin. We are running out of cops now. We might need to send one to the next one. Although they're almost there. Yancey and Price have almost got to where they're going. They're just driven straight past. They could do both. This is really inefficient use of police time. They are there. They're doing their thing. Weather's bad. We have a report of hit and run. When everything goes well, the police capture the criminal and nobody dies. That sounds like a good outcome for everyone. Truth is, sometimes the criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Yeah, that's a bit awkward. Dead cops will hurt your roster, clearly, and dead citizens bother the mayor. Even more than living ones. Well, I can see why. So, how did you do? The offender escaped, but the officers were unharmed. Price apparently can't lose professionalism because she's already at the minimum. That's unfortunate. That was not a good start by Price. I gave you a chance, you failed. Yancey, I'm disappointed in you. Fight. Oh, offender caught, officers unharmed. Civilians, oh, that is fantastic. That is perfect, and I hope we got to keep the snowboard. Kochi looks like she's the snowboarding type. Anything else? So, Price and Yancey are almost back. An armed robbery, I reckon that's Purdy and Tsubaki. 3 teenagers armed with shotgun. Ooh, that sounds a bit dangerous. Robbed a videotape store, made off with their whole collection of adult movies. They've stolen some porn. The owner is one Janet. The store manager wrote down the car's license plate. The owner is one Janet Brown. So I'm guessing it is Janet Brown's son. It doesn't say they're males, but they're stealing porn. I imagine they probably are. I reckon it's Janet Brown's son and his friends that have done this. Where they got a shotgun from? I don't know. They're young. They're not going to be using the shotgun. We're sending Purdy, who is quite large, and Tsubaki, who isn't. Bonne chance to you. Fight. We have Yancey back. Johnson, Jurgen, and Kat's law firm. Brother and sister clash with each other over their deceased father's will. This is not how he wanted them to behave. He'd be deeply, deeply disappointed in them. Ashamed, actually. According to one of their lawyers, we don't dare separate them, and security guards off duty. Well, that's unfortunate. Look, you failed last time. Yancey and Price, you get another go. Now, Asano is on her own. But Kochi and Austin are almost back, so we should have 3. Yeah. Next one, Asano gets to go. Has she been away yet? Can't remember. Who's this? Can I click on this, see who this is? We have an assault in a ghetto. Ooh, 3 cops. Passerby saw some teenagers attack an elderly musician. They ran away with his guitar and his money. We'll send Kochi and we'll send Asano, but we won't send Austin because we need to keep one in reserve. We don't have to send the maximum number. When your cops aren't quite sure how to proceed, they might contact you, and ask you to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up, but don't waste all your time on this stuff. Plenty of other problems on your plate. So, this is the armed robbery at Janet Brown's house, teenage son. The vehicle in question is parked outside the Brown residence. Sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room window, and probably a bit of fapping. Any option to go in with disinfectant? Sneak into the house through an open window. Knock on the door, open up police. Tell them, look, they're teenagers. Their trousers around their pants. They can't run away very fast. And it might be uncomfortable for them to run anyway, because I'm sure they're quite excited by what they're currently watching. And to be honest, I was before the internet, so I suppose they had to steal it. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Well done, Purdy and Tsubaki. Did we get to keep the pawn? Is the main question. I don't think we did. The report for the fight. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Well done, Yancey. Well done, Price. I bet that was all Yancey. Price was just kind of standing at the back. Frail old thing that she is. She could have probably knitted them something. She looks like she knits. Wow, we're doing well. We've only failed one thing. We have... What was this one? Oh, this was the 2 officers exempt for a 3 officer of crime. So you never know. The assault. Kochi and Asano, offender caught. In the ghetto. Officers unharmed. Kochi, you are fantastic. And Asano, you're pretty good too. This could be the end of the day. We have 2 people coming back, Kochi and Asano, from their success. Overall, that was really successful. Let's just end the day. Don't know what the money means. That's just settings. Resume. Let's end the day. Successful day. If you think you have a couple of extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime, but if they're working flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake. Okay, so tomorrow, shift A, we actually have more officers, but fewer detectives. How do we move you to shift? Oh, how do I move you? Oh, I can order you to work tomorrow. Okay, I won't do that, but that's how we do it. Just click on them and say, could you work tomorrow, please? No, you can have a day off. You didn't do anything. But we got Beasley and Moser. They seem decent enough. He's got a lovely beard. He should be called Beardley. But, you know, he's fine.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office. He liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it.
Or he just hates his
Slumped
wife.
Shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story.
Well, that
Kendrick
was then.
isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about
an actual
the look
library,
on his face,
or just the books?
the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years, he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point, every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else.
I'm a bit disappointed in myself.
Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Okay, so he's a bit of a dick, but he's a bit
all of the
depressed.
People on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
That sounds unofficial
What kind
work.
of business are we talking here?
I reckon it's unofficial.
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be
Did I?
just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
Oh.
$500,000.
Ooh, that's a lot.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Okay,
Because
apparently it's not a
everybody
lot.
wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
Half a
So take
million in
two.
180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand.
Oh, I hate sand. Oh no, wait, that's Darth
Christopher
Vader.
G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events.
How
An
can you
avid
not
hunter,
like someone
I
who likes a
hear.
knit?
Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city.
Well, gang
Goes
leaders
back
can be
as far as
eccentric.
his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies.
Oh no, who would?
Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty.
Clever man.
People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price.
On Christmas Day?
In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers.
Oh, that's horrendous.
Sand's people made sure every paper reported
I don't like sand.
Frank, I don't want to hear
I really
you
don't
say
like
that
sand.
name again.
I'm not in the Darth Vader
Jack,
way.
please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Right, so I don't like sand. Day 3. Seems like a good time to put in a cut. And come back for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Come back for day 3 and probably day 4 and onwards of This Is the Police.